Okay, it's done. I can't really believe it actually, because it's been over a year or more in the making. The hood was quite the ordeal to get made, because we had to not only build it from scratch, but had to make those like cutouts on the side so that it actually fits the massive engine, which was interesting. And not only that, but this air cleaner assembly, that was quite interesting. I had to actually bend down the throttle bracket here to make sure that it was actually going to fit under the hood. So this just swivels uphill if you want to, clean the air filter. And you just, swivel it back down, back where it was. So that's kind of, it's not ideal, but it is what it is. The choke cable is just a little recoil handle with a thick wire that pulls on the choke with a spring return. Throttle cable actually works like it should. The reason I went like this with the choke cable is there's no way to hook it right here to the factory spot, and I needed something, because if it went right here, it was going to hit the side of the hood. This one here I had to bend down, otherwise it was going to hit it. The mufflers are very loud. They're just pepper shaker mufflers, welded to some exhaust pipes with some flanges that I made. Of course, the engine is bolted directly to the hydraulic pump, which there's actually two hydraulic pumps on here. There's the main one, which is right here, that goes around and comes up here to the valve. And then there's a secondary one that's just for the power steering. And that's it, because you can't have power steering hooked to anything else. These valves here, one of these is the out and one's the in, depending if you're going forward or reverse. This goes down to this hydraulic motor, and then there's a line coming out of that one going into this one and then back, so it actually has posi traction. There are dual hydraulic motors, so it's not a transaxle, it's actually two wheel motors, which not only can take a lot of abuse, can take a lot of weight, like 3-point hitch weight, as well as pulling power. It can handle this engine like nothing. So gas tank is on the side just because that's where it fit. Hydraulic tank is right here, nice and big. And the reason it's that big is, well, for one, that's what I had. And second of all, there's nothing on here to cool the hydraulic oil. So it actually relies on the reel mower, all this hydraulic stuff came from, relies on having just a gigantic tank. So this tank's about 4 gallons, just to have extra oil so it can cool down before being repumped through everything. On the return side from the power steering column, there is, it comes back to here to an oil filter, which is from the Taro reel mower, and then goes back to the return. The oil filter is only for the power steering and not for the drive motor, because I didn't want to restrict the flow of anything, so it is just for the power steering. And over a short amount of time, all the oil goes through this anyway. Then, of course, the power steering cylinder, which is off the same reel mower that the rest of it is. That is a Bolin's SST front axle. Sears custom grill with the LED headlights off the reel mowers, which are pretty bright, actually. The hood you actually got to push forward and then close it. Hydraulic 3-point hitch. So this handle here is forward, that's reverse. It springs back to neutral as a safety thing, because with this much power and one little wrong movement of it, it's very touchy. And, if you lose control, you can just let go of it and it's going to stop instead of keep driving into something. And then this lever here is up and down of the 3-point hitch. All the buttons down here, you got headlights on and off, low oil pressure light, because this is a pressure lube engine with a oil cooler. This turns the ignition coils on and off, so that basically runs stop. And this is like the key switch on, which is just a annoying beep, which I can show you the headlights by starting it, actually, which should. Might as well go for a ride while it's running. It's gonna be really hard to do with one hand. trying to do multiple things here. But so that was interesting. So that is it. You saw me driving it around. I decided, because you actually need both hands to drive this, to just have somebody film me driving it around. But here are some pictures and some videos of this tractor that I took. And that is it for this video. I'm going to have the playlist for this linked in the description if anybody wants to watch any of the other videos. And on to the next thing.